Hey y'all, I hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for your Instagram messages and all your support that you've been giving me lately. I have seen it and it has meant so much to me. I know many of you were thinking about me this past weekend as my boyfriend and I traveled to find a house in 2 days. I do not know exactly what we were thinking with the plan to drive up out of state to go see a couple of houses and then to decide on one of those houses. I think we bit off a little bit more than we could chew doing that. But let me tell you about how the past couple of days went, and then I'm going to tell you where we're moving, and then I'm going to tell you if we found a house or not. So, we left on Saturday morning. I got everybody together, I fed the cats, I set my cats up on the porch, the ones that could, be outside, which is Snugs and Snugs and Dahlia are outside. And then the cats, I separated them inside. Bella had the bedroom with her food, I got her all set up. Domino was set up with his nice big dish of food and his bed and everything in the living room. Cats were gonna be okay for a couple of days, so I did that. We got everything packed into the car, got Jeremy up, I, took a shower, got ready, he got ready, we got in the car, and we headed off out of state. The goal was to go out of state, drive around a little bit. We had a couple of houses we were going to see on Sunday. We were going to get the hotel on Saturday, spend the night, see the places on Sunday, and then drive home. So it sounded like a really easy, cute, cut, packaged deal. Wham bam, we're done. It's not exactly what happened. So nothing ever goes like as planned on a trip, does it? So we are driving and the trip is fine. It's nice weather and we get there. Before we go to the hotel and we have our dogs and everything, we decide we're going to see a couple of the houses early. We call these people and they're just like, yeah, sure. A lot of them were awesome and were like, willing to move stuff around kind of thing. So the first house we saw, we really did like it. It was in a downtown area and it was very artsy, bohemian, which is very much my style. It was a cute little brick home and it was small. That was the problem. It was so small, and it did have a fireplace, it had a swing in the front, it had a backyard, and all those are wonderful things, but it had one bedroom, and the bedroom was so small we did not even know if our bed would fit in it. Nothing else, that we could not fit anything else. And oddly, the first place didn't have a bathtub. And I'm not trying to say that's like an end-all be-all. I mean, I take showers, I do, obviously. But I bathe my dogs and I usually like stick them in the bathtub, and I like to take a bath every once in a while. I like that. I like to light candles and take a bath. So there was like no bathtub, no possibility of being a bathtub, just a big shower, and the space was kind of awkward. It was like a big bathroom, small bedroom. And I'm just like, that's interesting. And then there's a ladder. There's a ladder that goes up to the top, and there's a room at the top of the house. I'm not talking stairs, you guys. I'm not talking fold down stairs. I'm talking, it's a wooden ladder. You gotta crawl up the ladder to get to your upstairs room. And so Jeremy's like, yeah, you could film up there. And I'm thinking, I'm terrified of ladders. I don't like to be like 2 feet off the ground. I don't do roller coasters. I don't like to jump too high. Like, no. My feet need to stay on the ground because just walking in a straight line, I tend to trip. So I'm thinking, I am not going to go up there to film. Like, I would be terrified. I'd probably keep that room closed because it would just like freak me out. It's like dark and no, that's not what I want. So anyway, he thought about it, we thought about it, and we told the man. It was really nice, and I was like, we're gonna let you know at the end of the day about this house because it was all hardwood floors. It was really pretty. It was a good area. It was safe for my cats, which I loved, but it was so small. So anyway, we did that. And we went on to like go to the addresses of a couple more properties. Now, like, not everybody was actually able to be at the property with us, so some of the addresses we just like checked out, and some of the people were going to meet us, but when we went to the address, we realized it was not a good situation. So for instance, on Craigslist, I have so many tips to tell you guys about this thing, but on Craigslist, it's just like shopping for an apartment because they can make it look really good in the pictures. Cute house, cute apartment, whatever, cute swimming pool, whatever it is, but they don't show you like important things like the main road. So one of the houses we went to had a main road going in front of it. The cars went so fast right in front of that house. And I'm thinking, my cats would be alive for half a day. Half a day. They like to lie in the street. They do. They're lounging cats. That's what I have. Lounging, fat, spoiled cats. And Snugs likes to sleep on cars, in bushes, in wires. He sleeps in everything. I don't even know how he sleeps the way he does, but if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen his sleeping positions. You know what I'm talking about. But he won't understand. He will go right out to that road and lie down and think, just like our neighborhood is, that people will stop and go around him. He doesn't even move. He just wants you to go around him. I didn't teach him that. Anyway, so I said no to that house because I'm like, you know, we can be in a desperate situation, but my animals have to be able, like, I can do a small bedroom, but I cannot handle a street like that because I don't want my animals to die. Like, they're my babies. I don't want that to happen. So my boyfriend understood that. He didn't try to pressure me about that house. He was very understanding. He's like, okay, well, we won't do this house. So then we went to look at another address. And I know this is a lot of information and whatnot. I'm just trying to tell you how the trip went. We went into another neighborhood, and I don't have, you know, I'm trying to say this in a way that does not sound like I'm choosy necessarily about the area, but there wasn't anybody that spoke English that we could see in the neighborhood. But when I say this, I mean we stopped at several people's houses when they were outside in the yard or just walking around and we could see them. We would stop and we'd say, you know, how safe is this neighborhood? Do you like living here? And the majority of them did not speak English at all, and I just felt like we couldn't even figure out if the neighborhood was safe. We could not figure out if they liked living there, you know, and that was really important to us, to be able to talk to people in the neighborhood, to get their review of it. And unfortunately, despite, you know, not being able to communicate, and also the house in and of itself, it did not have a backyard, and because I have 2 dogs, you know, it does sound like I want a lot, I guess, for a rental situation. But certain things are very, very important to me, and I realized in the short amount of time we had, we had really gotten ourselves into a situation because, like, nothing was working, and everything was like a no. Excuse me. Something I do want to say, you know, we went back to the hotel on Saturday and we felt so defeated, because everywhere we looked into, the first house. So we had decided, because we were so desperate, we were like, we'll just make the first house work. We will just sign the papers and make the first house work. Well, within like 4 or 5 hours of that same day of us leaving that first house got a paperwork on it from another person and a down payment from another person. Houses in this area go like that. Like, it's so crazy because some of the ads that we had replied to, they were gone. They were gone. And the ads had just been like posted, you know. And something else we ran into, a problem we ran into, was scams on Craigslist. They are so real, and I know I say this often that I'm shocked, but like, I'm really naive and I don't think I completely realize, I know there are scams out there. I didn't know there was like so many housing scams that you can't even figure out when you go on Craigslist what's a scam and what's not, because the pictures, the names, the ads look just like regular housing or apartment rentals. But what happens is you call the number, it either leads you to a voicemail with like no message on it, I think it's through Google Voice or something, and then 9 times out of 10 you will have a foreigner call you back and like want to meet you but not even know the address of the house. Basically, they're trying to get a down payment, and the house doesn't even, the address you looked at doesn't even belong to them. So what would probably happen is they would have met us at the location, and if we had liked the location, they would have taken a down payment, then probably come up with some story that they could not show us the inside of the house, or maybe they themselves rented the house but it was not for rent. They lived in it themselves and they were trying to rent it out. I'm just trying to let you guys know how prevalent these scams are, and we ran into so many people that didn't even know the address we were talking about, that were like asking really weird questions that were from completely foreign numbers. And so we were defeated in that too, because we did not know who to email and what was real and what was not. So I would highly, if we do this again ever, I would highly recommend working through a realtor to find a rental if at all possible, even if it costs you money, because guys, it will save you time and it's safer to do that way. It's not so scary, and I never thought house shopping should be scary, but it got to a point where we didn't exactly know who we were going to meet. we just were trying to find anything at that point. And when that first house got taken, you know, we felt like we had maybe made a bad decision not to take that house immediately, and we were really upset by it. And you know, you just have to know that when something doesn't work out, it's not meant to work out. It's not meant to. That was not for you, whatever that situation was, and something else, another window, another door will be open. And I continue to say that, and I had hit moments where I completely lose my faith, and I feel so frustrated and so dilapidated and so exhausted that I'm just like, you know, you get to that place where you're just like, I give up. Like, I have no idea. I have no more strength left. I have no more ideas left. Like, I don't know what to do. So there was another house that was really nice. The owners were so sweet. It was a huge house. It was like more of a house we would buy. It was a big house, all hardwood floors. It was super nice. It was too expensive. We got there, and you know, we were so like inspired because it was a real couple with a house that they could actually show us the house, and it had so many windows. The lighting was amazing. Like, I loved all the windows. I thought that was brilliant. And so we really thought hard about that one, because even though it was like $200 higher than our budget, my boyfriend was thinking about doing it anyway and not being able to save any money because we needed somewhere to live. And we were on Sunday and seeing houses, and we had to go back that day. Like, our dogs were in the car at this point. We had checked out of the hotel. Our luggage was in the car. And then we got a call from a realtor about a house we had checked on that was downtown. And she said, I can show you that house, but I can also show you this other one that just came available. And so we were already in this big house when my boyfriend was like taking this call, and I was really wanting the big house. Like, I really liked it. But I was like, okay, I was trying to be like really flexible, and so we left it open-ended. We took a contract with that house with us in case we wanted it, and we went to this other house, and as soon as we like met the realtor, we saw the house, we saw the location, we were just like, yes. I mean, you guys, this house, like, it was not super big, don't get me wrong. It does not have a fireplace, but it has hardwood floors, which is huge when you have 6 pets. They think we have 4, but 2 of our cats, they're not gonna see them anyway. So anyway, the pet deposit is really extreme, guys, when you're trying to find a house. We'll go over all that. But so this house is pretty. It has storage. It has a huge backyard. It is fenced in. It is a safe neighborhood for our pets. And the inside, it has 3 bedrooms, and then 2 bathrooms, several closets. The kitchen is pretty large. It's larger than the kitchen we have now. And it's very like a down-to-earth home. It's not fancy by any means, but it's what we needed. It is like the perfect scenario for what we needed right now. And we were about to leave Charlotte, and when we got that call, and I just think that is so amazing, because I feel like God just knew. I mean, I was praying a lot the night before. I was praying a lot, and I was just like, God, I need you to move right now. I need you to help us, because I don't know what to do. Like, we're so tired, and we're out of money, and we need a place. And I know he knew that, and that house was provided, because it was not even on the market yet. They had just put out a sign, like a for rent sign, but they didn't have it on any website. Had that gone onto a website, gone, probably within the first hour. So because we contacted that realtor about a different house, she was able to lead us to this house. We did not even check into the house downtown. We just looked at that house, and we were just like, yes. So we have put a contract on it. We are going to put a deposit on it in the next couple of days. We are going to pay a pet deposit. We are going to send our dog's vet records to them. So just know, if you go through a realtor, they are probably going to request that. If you have pets, pet deposit. If you have pets as well, they're going to want to see a vet check, just to know you take care of your animals, so your vet would send your pet's records to the realtor. They're going to check that. They're going to want a background check. So they checked both my boyfriend and my license. We did a background check where we filled out a form. We took a picture of our license. We sent it in. That in and of itself was $50. I'm actually not sure if he paid $50 for me and him, or $50 a piece. It might have been $50 a piece. So budget for around $100 just for a background check. And the rent is pretty up there, but it's $200 under our budget. So he's going to be able to save money, which is amazing. And let's see, what else did the realtor tell us? they will ask for a deposit. So the deposit is going to be your first month's rent. This is all kind of a normal scenario. I think anywhere this is going to happen like this. So renting is a lot more involved than buying, because if we were buying a house, we could have just taken all of our animals and chosen any house we wanted. The issue is we have a house that my boyfriend owns, so we could sell the house and then try to jump into another house that we're trying to buy in this amount of time, but that would just be so unbelievably hard because we have like 2.5, 3 weeks to relocate. So we feel like we can get a renter in our house faster. So the plan is to rent our house out for a year, sell our house, rent for a year where we're going, and then look for a place to buy after we sell our current house, if that makes any sense. So that's an update. Now I know the much awaited, where am I going? So as I told you guys, we are not going far. We are actually going to North Carolina. So it is out of state. I am thrilled about it. I cannot tell you how excited I am. Now I'm tired and I'm gonna vent and be like, oh, this is kind of tough, like packing and everything, but no, this is the right decision. It's the right job for him. It's the right time for us to go. And I just feel like it's going to be a new journey, a new experience. It's going to be healing for me. And I also want to restate for people like that want to visit Charleston, South Carolina, it's really pretty here. It really is. It's on the water. You have beaches. You know, you have downtown with historical houses. You can do a carriage ride. We have a mall. We have local shops. But I've had a lot of trauma here. And I've had people pass away here, and, you know, I'm glad that my brother is here, and I'm glad that I can visit him, you know, where he is, but he recently passed away not too long ago in Charleston, and, I met my sister for the first time in Charleston, you know, and she has passed away, you know, since that happened. My, you know, dad and my mom live here, and they are not, you know, in my life kind of thing. So living in this city has been very difficult and it's kept me very paranoid. I'm very paranoid of who's around me for, you know, personal reasons that has nothing to do with this video. But I want to live somewhere where I can like relax, where there's more possibilities. The colleges here are too expensive. Now they have wonderful colleges here. Like College of Charleston is really good, really well known. It's in the historic district of downtown Charleston. If you get the opportunity to go there, I mean, I've heard nothing but people rave about that college. It's just, you know, it's financially kind of up there for me, but that's a good college, a good option. We have Charleston Southern here if you are a Christian and want a private Christian college. I actually personally went there for a term and a semester, and I had a good experience there. I mean, people were nice there. So there are some good things about my state, and I will really miss my church. My church is amazing, so trying to find another church is, you know, going to be a challenge, but I just think more doors are going to open when I move, and I think more healing is going to occur, and I feel like I can start over in a way that I can't start over here. So that's the hope. And you'll laugh, but I also checked where the certain stores were from where we're going to be living, and we have a Hobby Lobby, like, I think it's 10 minutes down the road, and we also have a Dollar Tree that is 5 minutes down the road. I actually went to that Dollar Tree when I was there, and was so excited to find stuff. Some of this haul, like this, if y'all didn't see my last haul, this macaroon was found there, and along with some other stuff that I hauled, so check out that haul video. It's going to be the last haul video that I posted. But that we have Panera Bread near us, we have Best Buy near us. Like, it's a city, and then we have a downtown area that's not too far from us, and I feel like everywhere you move has a downtown area where it's like lots of shops and coffee places and bars and stuff like that, so restaurants. So the location really couldn't be better, and we had never even heard of the location before, and when we went there, you know, we was like, well, I like this. This is nice. It's like laid back and like charming, kind of. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but like the nice stores are located very central to us, so we are relieved. We're so relieved about that. So now we have to pack and get a renter in our house. That only took me 19 minutes to explain to you guys. So yeah, we're moving to North Carolina, and it's going to be in a city around Charlotte. So I don't think I want to be too specific momentarily, but around Charlotte is where we are going to be located. So we're very excited about that, and I truly appreciate all the support and all the love I've had and the kind comments. You guys on Instagram have been awesome. I've gotten messages, did we find a house? And, you know, I've really been waiting to see what the realtor was going to say, because we had to put in an application and we had to see if it was approved. We had to put our background check through. You know, my boyfriend had to submit his offer letter for his new job. So there was a lot involved before I could really say anything. And so now we're at the point where we just really need to get our vet records and our deposit to the people before it's like finalized. So I feel good talking about it now, because all that's going to happen. So we are going to be good to go. I'm going to be filming somewhere new, and I just want to tell you guys, like, if you are looking for a house for rent or a house to buy, you know, just try to be really patient and try to stay really calm, because when you get a lot of anxiety and you start to feel desperate, sometimes you'll make a choice that is like the complete like wrong one for you. And had we bought that first house, we would have never found this house. We were going to sign that day because we could not find anything at the end of Saturday. And that's when the man told us, he's like, no, sorry, it's already gone. Is that, you know? And we're just like, so we were so frustrated. So know that I sympathize with you, and this is a very, very stressful situation. If at all possible, try to look for housing or a rental in a longer term type thing, or start in advance. Basically, don't do it in 2 days like we did, because I just feel like a miracle happened this weekend is basically what I feel like happened. And I'm not saying it wouldn't happen for everybody, but it was definitely a learning experience. And be safe on Craigslist. We actually used Trulia. So if you want to download the Trulia app or use it on the computer, Trulia is Trulia. I can link that down below for you. That did pretty well for us. I mean, I don't think we didn't ultimately find our house on there, but I feel like there was like less scamming on there than there was on Craigslist, and you can put in your specifics, like if you want dog friendly, how many bedrooms you want, if you want a house, apartment, all that, and it will filter it in your area and show you all these different listings that are available to you. So definitely check that out. That was something we utilized, and I just liked it a lot better. I'm sure there are other house search websites and other realtors you could go through, but no, there are other options than Craigslist. So anyway, guys, I will talk to you soon. I will keep you updated during this process. Please be patient with me. I know these videos are going to be sporadic. I'm going to be closing down my P.O. box on the 3rd. I have had to say goodbye to all my pet sitting customers, and that has been sad. I've really enjoyed taking care of people's pets. I don't think anybody follows me on YouTube that I take care of their pets, but it's been a great experience. I've posted a lot of those pet pictures on I was going to say on Craigslist, on my Instagram. And so you've seen a lot of different random animals. They're not mine. They're my pet sitting customers' animals. I'm going to create a pet sitting website when I go to my area probably, and try to see if I can find some customers there as well. So lots going to be going on, but I'm happy you're along with me for the journey. I'm going to keep you updated, and take care, you guys. Have a great week. Bye.